All right, we're live. Welcome back, guys. If this is your first time watching this show, my name is Roman Castro, and this is Fishy Hour. We're doing this show Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's just a place for us to hang out, talk about fishing, talk about coronavirus, talk about not being able to fish, and just overall take an hour out of your day to just hang out, relax, and talk about fishing or other things where it's less stressful and no restrictions, no expectations from me. I just want to entertain you and have a good time. So let's jump into the chats and say hello to everybody, and then we'll kick off the show. What up? I see Mountaintop Flies is on here, killing the chat with all his posts. Nice. Getting himself a drink, putting his cat in a box. That's awesome. Leonard's in the house. What up, Leonard? Hope those baits are coming along. Let's see. Mountaintop Flies. There he is. Let's see. Mark Gates. Welcome back, Mark. Christian Sevilla. Welcome, Christian. Let's see. We have Roger in the house. Roger, I don't recognize. Oh yeah, I think you've been here before. What up? Yo, yo, yo. Dog Dude Drone. Zach, welcome back. Dang it. I want to fish, right? Me too. Me too. Let's see. Connor Hayes in the house. What up? Down in SD. Mario Guerrero. What up, Mario? Eric, welcome. What's Gucci, bro? Nice. 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 So I hope you guys had a chance to grab yourself a beverage. I'm going to adjust the camera here a second, guys. Give me a sec. I think it's too bright here. Bam. There we go. Maybe it's a little too dark. I got to stop doing these on-the-fly adjustments. There we go. I'll take that. Bam. All right. Who else is on here? Connor, welcome. Eric, welcome. Fishing is the best social distancing practice. It is. It is. When you're fishing alone, but too bad we can't even fish alone at this point. So, everybody grab your drinks. Hope you guys have a nice frosty beverage. Happy Monday. I hope your day back at work was not so stressful, and let's relax and listen to some theme music, and we'll kick off the show. So let's go. All right, so today it's gonna be a pretty average show. We're gonna see where the calls take us, and have a couple of things I want to talk about. Nothing too serious, just keeping it fun. And yeah, if you have any questions you need help with as far as fishing goes, or lack of fishing, rigging questions would be good. If I can't help you with them, I'm sure somebody else will call in, like Coach or anybody else that has some advice for you. If they're not willing to call in, they can always put it in the chat. So that's it. We are here to help. I'm gonna frosty drink. Here it goes. I feel like something's shifting inside my can. There might be something else in there. No? It's weird. Weird. Anyway. I see Sam in the house saying this is stressful. It is a bit. It is. Eric's in the house. What up? Yeah. It is a little stressful, guys. I'm not going to lie. It is a little stressful, and I'm not going to lie. Like, today I went to the store to get like some provisions for the rest of the week. And I woke up and I hadn't taken my truck out in about 3 or 4 days. I haven't had to go anywhere. And so then I come outside to do an early morning run to the store before it gets crowded, and my front right tire was completely flat, like pancake on the floor. I was like, oh. So my first thought was like, man, somebody found me on YouTube and knifed my tire. That was my first thought. Then I was like, nah, what would they do that? It's not that serious. So I looked, and sure enough, there was a little tiny pin, like a little nail, right in the middle of the tire, which is good because if it's in the middle of the tire, it's easy to patch. So it gave me hope. And then I spent the next like 30 minutes to like 45 minutes looking for my compressor. I have a little compressor that plugs into the cigarette lighter, and then you can pump up your tire that way. So I figured I'll just plug in my cigarette lighter and my cigarette lighter pump and get my tire up to pressure, and then I'll just drive it to the store and get it replaced. So then after like 20 minutes of looking through the garage, my wife's like, I'm just gonna call our insurance company. They'll come out and like either replace your tire or fill it up. So okay, that's cool. So while she's calling, I'm still looking for my little compressor. I turned my garage upside down and still couldn't find it. And by the time I was still looking for it when the guy showed up with that was able to assist me. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's get this done. Okay, I said, I think this is a place where the air is coming out of. I showed him where the pin was. He's like, yeah, it looks right. And he's like, well, we can pump it up with air and see if it holds. And if it holds for a little bit, you can go and get it fixed. I was like, all right, that's cool. So he busted out the hose out of his truck and turned on his compressor and filled up my tire back full of air, and I was good to go. So immediately I jumped into the truck, and I got my like fishing scarf or like sun shield, face shield, and I headed out to a tire place over here in Mira Mesa, and I pull up into the driveway. It's the same driveway as a Five Below market, kind of like by Sprouts, and there's a tire shop that I guess it used to be. They're not. It's closed. Like the sign is down. The doors are completely closed. It's not closed like for the coronavirus thing. I think it's just completely out of business. Like the letters are gone on the building. So I was like, oh, that's weird. So then I drove down the Mira Mesa a little bit more, and I found this like it's like a tire. It's like, that's not a tire shop. I'm sorry. It's like a gas station / body shop. I mean, motor shop. So they were able to do it. They did it for like $20. So super stoked. That got fixed. So good. And then I went back on the way back, I went to the store. My original intention was to go pick up groceries and stuff. So I went to the grocery store, and like, man, it's every week is getting more strict, right? At first it was just like, you could tell they're out there wiping all the carts down. Now it's like, and then they were doing, limiting the amount of people that were in the store. Now they're limiting like even, now everybody has to wear a mask and wait in line. Like they're letting people in like 2 or 3 at a time. It's pretty crazy. It's a whole different, it's definitely a shift. So like once you're in there, you're like, it's easy to get, once you're in there after waiting in line to get into the grocery store, it's easy to get swept away by like the hysteria of it and just like start to put more things in your cart than you really need. Right. And so like I had to like really like take a second and stop myself from just like putting all kinds of stuff in my cart that I didn't really need, So I just got the stuff I need for the week. And, but yeah, it was, so yeah, Sam's talking about that it's stressful, and yeah, it's pretty stressful. It is definitely a big change. But just know that stress is, if we could put up with that stress, it's good because it's going to make it better for us in the long run. There's the inconvenience of having to do all the new procedures and like wear a mask and all that kind of stuff and not go fishing. That's an inconvenience, right? That just, it sucks. You don't want to do it. It sucks, but it could get a lot worse, right? So it's better to do that than have no choice of actually getting sick or being stuck in the hospital, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of like my opener. What do you guys think about that? How has the whole grocery thing affected you guys? Like, what's going on? Talk to me. I'm gonna read some of the chats, and then you guys can kind of digest that for a second. Oh yeah, and the phone number's on the screen, so feel free to call in. Okay, let's see. Sambo, I tried the paperclip. Thanks. Deciding which businesses are essential is very bad for a free society. Deciding which businesses are essential is very bad for a free society. Yeah, but so is rampant virus spreading. That's very bad for a free society too. So, I mean, I understand where you're coming from as far as like your freedoms, uh, but your freedoms should not. I mean, it's difficult. It's like a difficult situation. So like, not infringing on your freedom to do whatever you want. You could be spreading the virus and infecting somebody that has nothing to do with it because you're exercising your freedom, right? So how is that infringing on their freedom to be healthy and whatever? So that's kind of where those are the two perspectives, right? One side is like, don't infringe on my rights to do whatever I need to do because it's a free society, and the other side is like, well, some people are at risk, so you got to take care of those people, even though it is a free society. So that's just kind of the two the two sides of it. Let's see. My local taco store is closed. And yeah, it's closed because the people that work there don't want to get sick. I mean, and you can't fish at the moment anyway, so there's no point in it being open. It's not essential, I guess. But some people could say, yeah, it is essential because I can fish for food. But apparently, the argument isn't flying with whoever's closing this stuff down. This is my world, Roman. Right, Sam? I call it wondering, Roman. That's what they do in my store. Nice. Yeah, wandering around the store. Yeah. Let's see. Connor, hey, like no essential workers don't do any. Like non-essential workers don't do anything. See, that's another thing. Like even anyway, it's just get. Yeah, it's a risky. Arsic knows. Yeah, it's hard, man. Like if I was somebody that worked at a job that's considered like essential, where you're like exposed to the public a lot, like a grocery store clerk or like a fast food place where like you're coming into contact with people, that's kind of scary, dude. It's pretty scary. So those are kind of like unsung heroes too, people that are providing those services. Because if for some reason it became more difficult to get groceries and not the basics, like the essentials, food, drink, whatever, then like hysteria would hit. People would riot just because. You know what I mean? It's like it's a different level of oh wow, we can't get access to these things. Now it becomes like a bigger issue. So it's we all got to kind of have to like do our part and like get through this. Every day is something new. Like the county makes us follow. Can you shout me out? Yeah. Mountaintop Flies. What up? Mountaintop Flies is doing fly fishing videos. He's new to YouTube. He's been hitting me up on TikTok and giving me some pointers. So thanks for the help. Definitely shout you out here on YouTube. So if you guys are into fly fishing, go check out Mountaintop Flies. SD Anglers, what up, my dude? What up, dude? Nice to have you on. All right, switching up the angles. Yeah, yeah, switching up the angles a little bit. Let's see. Arsic, yeah, I fished it until last Friday. Last day sucked. Okay. Oh, yo, what up, Arsic? Joseph. Okay, the grocery store situation may not be ideal, but it's essential right now. Yeah, I agree, Joseph. Mark Gates, I went fishing Saturday and Sunday at Long Beach. Did not get skunked and did not get caught. Nice. Nice. So I think this last weekend, like I think a dozen people got cited for being out for non-essential stuff. So be careful, Mark, if you keep going out. That's like I thought it was only going to be $1,000 fine. It could be up to $1,000 or up to 6 months or something like that. That's like when you're talking time in jail for going out to fish, dude. That's like not worth it. So yeah, it's $1,000 and up to or 6 months in jail. So I wouldn't want to be doing jail time, dude, for fishing. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Okay, have you ever fished at Huntington Harbor? I have once on a kayak. It was pretty fun, but it's a different style of fishing there, I think. Sam, I'm a store manager at a store, so imagine what I have to go through. Dude, that sucks. But thank you for being out there, man. That's you are an unsung hero because you're providing a service that would otherwise make society go crazy if we thought we couldn't get access to our basics, so people would go nuts. Okay. I tell people I'm fighting a war with sanitizer and clean. Yeah, exactly. Whenever I go to the store, I basically have a little hand sanitizer pump in my pocket with the nozzle sticking out, and I just kind of reach down or give it 2 little squirts to just like sanitize my hands before I do anything else. So yeah, it's crazy. I noticed that I've been using my so the guy who came and did my tire this morning, I had one N95 mask, like the ones that are legit ones. I had it I had it in my inventory from my airbrush painting. So for my airbrush kit. So I used to use that N95 mask. It was a new one. So I had one just sitting there, and like since I was turning my garage upside down, kind of looking for that pump, I found it, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I have one. And then an N95 mask. So like the guy that came and did my air into my truck, he had like a really thin face mask. So when he was finished, I was like, hey man, you probably need this more than I do. So I gave him one. So I gave him my N95 mask because I figured he's exposed to more people than I would ever be. So that was like my good deed of the day. So hope that guy stays safe too. So yeah. But yeah, Sam, you gotta protect yourself, man. You gotta keep clean, keep safe. Let's see. Joseph, thank you to all the grocery store workers, doctors, nurses, and first responders who are on the front lines. Yep, basically anyone who is working on providing services and potentially exposing themselves. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, I'm grateful for all of you. Perfect, Joseph. Okay, Sambo. Yeah, if you keep a clean shop, people can't die. It's stressful. Yeah, that's stressful. Christina, or Christian. Sorry, Christian. Christian, do you prefer Mission Bay or San Diego Bay? I prefer. It changes for me. Like, if for my sure thing, like I know how to fish it, and I feel super comfortable that I'm not gonna get skunked. I'll go to Mission Bay because I feel like I know how to fish there. And then if I want to get volume, like a bunch of fish, I'll go to San Diego Bay. Or if I want to try new techniques, new deeper techniques, or explore different things, then I'll do San Diego Bay. Fish in San Diego, what's up? Connor asked, what's the length of your PB spotty? Mine is 17 inches. Nothing to write home about, but still, it was special to me. Arsic, yo, thanks for all this shirts, Roman. Oh, nice. I should get them tomorrow, Wednesday. Perfect. That's cool. Property management is looking out too. Oh, is it? Crazy. What is the best lure for Huntington Harbor? I don't fish Huntington Harbor that much, but I do know that I would do a deep diving crankbait in Huntington Harbor would be good. Deep diving crankbait. Okay, any questions? Anybody else have any comments? Pop them in there, or you can call in and be the first caller of the show. I still feel like this light's too bright. Maybe this light. Eric asks, white color can work. Sambo, I would hire Arsic, but he would probably call in sick. Oh, you guys are funny. So for those of you that don't know, Arsic and Sam know each other, so they're always kidding around. Okay, they're not trying to be mean to each other. They're cool. They're friends, and I just kind of like laugh at their interactions because they're cool. Okay, Mark, I'll keep fishing up here until I get a warning. I don't think they'll ticket me because I'm an old guy and I look like a retired cop. Mark, let us know what happens. I don't want to see you on here like saying that you got in trouble and you got to pay $1,000 or that you're gonna go to jail. That sucks. I wouldn't risk it, but it's your call. Okay, Captain Dan, what up, Captain Dan? I think I've seen you here before. Checking in tonight. I was told I had to make a channel to chat. So here you go. Greetings. We're very wet in Carlsbad, so much for the flat fishes. Oh, nice. Oh, Captain Dan. So how come you were chatting before though? It asked you to make a different channel? That's weird. But I like Captain Dan. That's a good channel name. Captain Dan. Captain Dan, not Lieutenant Dan. Anyone ever caught a sand bass or calico over 8 pounds? So Fishing San Diego, Wyatt, check me, make sure if I'm wrong, Wyatt. If I'm wrong, San Diego, I think Fishing San Diego is Wyatt. Wyatt, if I'm wrong, correct me. Anyone ever caught a sand bass or calico over 8 pounds? That's the question. Only to go fishing, Nado. Nice. So our stick would only call sick to go fishing. Let's see. Caught plenty of huge calicos. Think my largest was in the 13 pounders. Nice. That'd be cool to see. Welcome to the show, Coach. Dang, Coach. Yeah, right. 13 pounds is a monster. I caught a 19-inch sand bass at SD Bay this past November. Nice job. Perfect. Was that on bait or plastics or like artificials or cut bait or live bait? Mark, I'll let you know. Come visit me in jail. Oh, that's sad. Well, Sambo, Roman, Arctic fishes with a 20-year-old antique reel. No light. Nice. Hey, as long as it fishes, as long as you're catching fish, it works. Realistic fishing in the house. What up? Something fishy in here. Nice. If you guys haven't seen Realistic Fishing, awesome channel. He's so entertaining. His humor is like dry, but it's like so good. Just some of the stuff he says during his videos is just hilarious. And for the most part, I'm always like cracking up when I watch his videos, but in a good way. So check him out. Awesome channel, Realistic Fishing, guys. I know that you guys are going to be stuck at home for a while, so he's definitely a good channel to watch, and like he's got a huge backlog of videos that you can just like binge watch. So make sure you do that. Realistic Fishing in the house. What's up? Okay, Dumb Fisherman TV. That's it. Fishing at night from the yak years ago, and live mackerel on 50-pound braid or 50-pound line. Nice. Let's see, Captain Dan. Yeah, that will keep me out on the. And the other Dan from Ramona from being confused. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Cool. Okay, that makes sense. I like it, Captain Dan. Let's put in a picture up there. Bears G got busted fishing SD Bay. It's fully shut down unless you have a commercial license. What? Crazy. Did they give him a ticket? That sucks. I hope he didn't get a ticket. Arsic, I got Sam a shirt. Anyway, he needs new clothes. He got it rough, man. As the anglers cut bait. Oh yeah, cool. Cut bait, perfect. Let's see. I got a 22-inch sand bass last year. Dang, dude, that's awesome. And you, Aaron, you probably caught it like on artificials, right? That's good. Let's see. I caught a 21. Leonard caught a 21-incher, a sand bass. San Diego Bay last year. Didn't get a weight. Okay. Yeah, I need to start doing that too. I don't carry a weight. What's it called? A scale with me. I need to start doing that. Okay. Connor caught my PB spotty in November on a jig para spin, 18 inches. Wow, that's a nice fish. It's a nice fish for a spotty. Nice fish. Fishing San Diego. My biggest sand bass is currently 7.9 pounds. Want to get one over 10 one day. Yeah, those sand bass get pretty big. It's pretty cool. For that size, like I don't even know where to recommend. Like I've seen bigger ones in the kelp. Let's see. Live mackerel on heavy line, knocker rig at night. Nice. What's a knocker rig? It's like there's like a rattle in there in the line somewhere. Let's see. Dog Dude Drone. Whoa, you got Realistic Fishing here. Yeah. Realistic Fishing is awesome. I'm like surprised and shocked too. Thanks for jumping on here. How many? Let's see. What is the best soft plastic for spotties? Oh, the best soft plastic for spotties. I really like the Z-Man stuff, guys. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but I just love how durable it is. Like one little Z-Man thing will last you forever. Like the only drawback is that if you want to switch colors, you kind of like don't want to take it off there because it's still a good bait. So switching color sucks with Z-Man stuff. But if you have enough jig heads or whatever, you could just put a color on each head and then switch out the head. Just retire, put a clip on there so you can switch out colors that way. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste to take it off because it lasts so long. Jig para spin is a good bait too. Realistic fishing. What is a sand bass over that way? It's a freshwater white bass over here. Okay, cool. So a sand bass over here is a saltwater bass, and it's actually the full name is a barred sand bass because it looks like it has bars across its side. It's a similar shape to this. I know this is kind of cartoony. And instead of having all these little spots, it's just got patches of like, it looks like camouflage, like gray and black and kind of greenish. It's a one of 3 saltwater bass that we have here. So like that little one is a spotted bay bass. Then we have the sand bass, which is the one you asked about. And then we also have the calico bass, which is kind of like a brown one with like white spots on it, kind of a little bit of a gold to it. We call them a gold checkerboard. And so like the sand bass like to live on the bottom. And those usually get bigger than your average spotted bay bass. So they're definitely a bigger fish, but they average like, I want to say about, I don't know, like 12 to 16 would be like a good bell curve average. Anything above like 16, 17 is like a really big fish for that species, I guess. And for spotted bay bass, anything over 16 is like a really big fish, I would think. And then calicos can range up to like over 20 inches. So those things are more pelagic. They're more out in open water. But sand bass are close to kelp, close to shore, in bays, saltwater, and they're a pretty fun fish to catch. They hang out towards the bottom and when they hit you, they hit pretty hard. So you feel like you caught a real big fish, but it ends up being just like a fish. Especially with spotted bay bass, they're smaller. And they hit so hard that when you first get hit, you think it's going to be a giant fish. And then when you reel it up, it's like a little 12-inch fish, but it still like gives you a lot of bang for your buck. Let's see. Brian, I got an 8-pound calico last year in La Jolla on a cool baits half ounce with the MC swim bait. Nice. That's a good catch. Did you measure it? Because I have a difficult time thinking of it in pounds. What length was it? My PB calico is 20 inches. Okay, Jet. Welcome back, Jet. This is a PB talk. It's hard to listen to. I just want to fish. Sorry. Hook, bead, weight. I see it. I like 2 to 4 ounces. Okay, that makes sense. Hook, bead, weight. Cool. That's a cool setup. Adam's Fishing Channel's in the house. What's up? Hello, everybody. Okay, Adam's Fishing Channel, welcome. Dog Dude Drone. Sand bass is like a spotted bay bass, but no spots and bigger. Sand bass get a lot bigger. That's why when you see these guys fishing tournaments, they try to catch the big sand bass because they're like a bigger species. Let's see. I recommend any kind of swim bait. Been killing them on Z-Man, TRD, on Ned Rig though. Caught 30 in a day on one bait right before this. Nice, dude. Yeah, see, Connor, that Z-Man stuff, it's durable. I do like swimming the plastics though. Okay, Adam's Fishing Channel. What up, realistic fishing? Arctic. Got it from my girlfriend. It's a 1980 Daiwa spinning reel, and I got a 80s Garcia Mitchell on that. They are. Wow, that's awesome. That's cool. That's cool that those reels are still like in service, like you're still using them. That's pretty badass. Oops, that's pretty bad. Pretty awesome. All right, I think that just blew my whole curse word streak, but it's okay. It's Monday. Okay. Having a calico yet? All right, Connor, you need to get one when it opens back up. Realistic fishing, if you're still in here, are you guys pretty much closed out too? Like, can you fish? Because here there's no fishing allowed. Where like all recreational stuff is closed. So if you can still fish, let us know. What type of fishing do you not do or not do much of, but want to get into more? Oh, that's a great question, Joseph. What kind of fishing do I not do, but I want to do more, but I want to get into? Um, I want to get into yellowtail fishing and tuna fishing with irons and get into that whole big game field, and also a little bit more of like beach fishing or shore fishing. So when this thing opens up, I'm gonna throw some board shorts and start going out there and casting into the surf, see what I can snag. So that sounds fun. So those are the two things I would like to try more of this year. Let's see. Sam, I'm waiting for my stimulus check so I can buy some new Phoenix rods. Nice. Oh man. Leonard, Garcia Mitchell are bomb proof. Nice. Are bomb proof. Nice. What's your best sculpin out of SD Bay? My best sculpin was out of Mission Bay. I think it was about, I didn't weigh or measure it, but I let it go. It's on my Instagram somewhere. But what is your best sculpin, guys? If you guys want to put it up. Dumbest Fisherman TV, max calico length is around 28 inches, dude. The true giants, like the 13 plus pound jobs, are approaching 29 inches. Wow, dude, that's a crazy fish. That's like a straight up grouper. That's cool. I could just imagine what that would look like. Man, if I ever caught a fish like that, that's so cool. Okay, I think I was around 26 to 27 inches. Okay, that makes sense. That's a heavy fish. That's a big fish. Any largemouth bass fishermen would have so much fun fishing for spotties, sand bass, and calicos. They all have similar tendencies of largemouth bass. That's true. So Joseph, I agree with you. The thing that makes spotty fishing better is that they're not so finicky. You know, they're always willing to bite, and they're willing to bite on like fun lures to catch fish on. So like swim baits and like crankbaits and all the stuff that's like most of the lakes here, you can only get them on a wacky rig Senko worm, which is kind of, I don't like that kind of fishing. I think it's kind of boring because you flick it out there, let it sink super slow, and then hope that you get a bite. It just doesn't seem as fun for me. That's why I don't fish a lot of the lakes here. Okay, so Realistic Fishing asks, what kind of fish is that in the picture to your left? To the left. Oh, this guy? Okay, so that's a pargo. That's out of La Paz. Let me get it real quick. I'll show it. All right, show and tell. I got an Instagram ad for free prints, and I went on there, gave my email address, and they gave me a free print. And then I went back in there and gave my email address again, and they gave me another free print. So after I got a bunch of prints of my kids and my family, I got to print it myself spearfishing. So here's a pargo in La Paz. I shot this guy with a spear gun, and it was a fun fish to catch. I have a video of it actually. Like I'm swimming through like this. I went down to the bottom of this reef, and I'm swimming between the rocks, kind of like if it was a valley, swimming through the little valley of it. And I came across this like V or like this Y split in the little valley that I was swimming through, and then there it was right in the middle, and I was like, ugh. For a split second, we both kind of froze, and then like I shot it, and then and after I shot it, it went under the rock, and I was like, ugh. So I had to go up, and it took a while to dig it out. We dug it out between me and one of my friends. It was a super memorable experience for me. Like it's my first pargo. It's not a big pargo in the world of spearfishing, but it was special to me because it was the first one I shot, and I retrieved it with a good friend. So that was a fun day. Brian, the largemouth guys I talk to don't like to put their bass boats in the bay. Yeah, that's true. Saltwater is so corrosive. But you can still get like a skiff for the day and have a really fun time. I think the volume of fish that you're going to get on the bay is a lot better than you would get on the lake. Let's see. The groupers are a whole different nuisance. Yeah, the groupers are awesome. Are awesome. Brian Cobble, welcome. I think I've seen you in the chat before. Yeah, but good luck catching a 10-pound spotty, right? Yeah, there's no way we're gonna catch a 10-pound spotty. I totally see that. But I still love catching spotties. and also I look at the price to fun ratio, right? With the bait fishing, you can fish day and night when it was open, and it's already included in your what, it $55 for the license, right? Or $57, whatever it is this year. And you don't get a time limit. You can be out there and fishing all night. You can fish anytime. Whereas on a lake, you have your fishing license, and you still got to pay another, I think it's like another $8 to fish the lake that day, plus another $2 to launch your kayak. That's another $10 a day, and you can only fish before sunrise. A little bit after sunrise and before sunset. So like it's the day is also limited. It's not worth. It's not a good investment in my ass. But hey, for some people it's worth it. It's a different passion, right? So I totally get it. But for me, my passion is like saltwater. It's cheaper, and it seems like the stuff in saltwater is more aggressive. It's like more mean, more willing to eat. Let's see. And there's also that what is it? That surprise factor that like you're in a lake, you're gonna catch a bass, right? Or maybe like not a bass, but maybe like a crappie or something, or like a sunfish or something different, right? But when you're in saltwater, you might catch a crazy big halibut. You might catch even a white sea bass. I don't know. You might catch something that's like totally unexpected, but it's the ocean, so it's more raw, so it's more species, and it's just more variety that you might catch. While you're just kind of having fun fishing for spotties, you might catch a fish that's like, whoa, that's cool, right? Anyway, that's my pitch. Let's see, Sam. I fish a lot of lakes. I love fishing lakes. The saltwater kills my bass boat. Yeah, there you go. See, I still go out there with Arctic, but it's tough fishing and teaching Arctic to fish at the same time. Nice. Has anyone else caught a horn shark? Seems like I used to catch them in the bay years ago, but haven't seen one in forever. So I've seen horn sharks in the bay plenty of times while diving. So there's still horn sharks in there. I saw one as early as like 2 months ago. So they're in there. But I've never caught one hook and line. See, Leonard, my PB largemouth is 6 pounds. I caught it in a Warbaits underspin with a white Kitech. Oh, nice. That's a good one. That's a good bait. Okay, let's see. Is there a law about how many hooks you can have on an A-rig? Tim has a great question. As far as I know, there is no law about how many hooks you can have on an A-rig, because then that law would also affect sabikis, right? So the only restriction here is that different species now have different hook limits. So a halibut, you can only fish a halibut with a lure that has up to 2 hooks or 2 sets of hooks. So if you have an A-rig and you have 5 hooks and you catch a halibut, then you technically have to let it go, because it's a lure with 5 hooks, right? If you keep it, that's poaching. So you could fish your A-rig with like 3 blades and 2 hooks, and if you catch a halibut, then you're good, because you just had 2 hooks or 2 sets of hooks, right? Same thing with those surf pointers, the ones that have those three hooks. Now you got to take a hook off the middle or wherever, so that it only has 2 trebles. That way, if you catch a halibut, you can keep it if you want to keep it. Okay, so those are the rules as I understand them. And for full, better, like up to date details, just make sure you go look up the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, and look up like halibut regs or regulations for halibut. Okay. Caught a spotty in Newport before a largemouth fisherman saw, and he was kind of blown away. It was surprised. Oh, he's surprised it was on Bass Gear. Nice. Oh man, I like to fish both salt and fresh. Enjoy it all. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, see, Adams, that's good. They're both fun. Let's see. I got a few horn sharks like 3 months ago. Okay, cool. There you go. Dylan, same Adam. Okay, this message is held for review. I don't know why it held up for review. I want to catch a double digit. Where'd it go? A double digit largemouth. Ooh, that's fun. That'd be cool. Like I don't keep up to date with the largemouth bass catch recent catches here, but 10 pounds sounds like a lot. It's like one of those fish that people fish for all day and fish for weeks or months, and then one day they get one. It's like a big accomplishment. So I'm not sure I could put in the time and do that zero or hero thing at this point. Let's see. Although it is appealing to try to fish big baits, it does seem kind of fun. Like the super stoke of like catching a big fish. But then I could just imagine the days where you kind of like go through all the whole process of launching your stuff and commit to throwing that big bait, and then not catching anything, and then just come back the next day and commit to throwing that big bait. So it's a big deal to catch a big fish like that on a big bait. So I get it. I just don't think I could do it at this point. Let's see. It's the anglers. Just a horned shark before the shutdown. My boat in Mission Bay. I see. So SD Anglers recently caught a horned shark too. Cool. Have you ever done surf fishing? I tried it once, failed miserably because I wasn't prepared to go into the water. Plus my casting wasn't going that far. So I was not ready for it. But I tried it, failed miserably. I want to try it again. This time I know what to expect. So I'll be more prepared. I went to Coronado by the Hotel del Coronado, just to the beach there. So that's what I was trying. Let's see. What are we talking about tonight? We're talking about fishing. We're talking about fishing and anything fun. If you have any new snake charming stories you want to share, call in. Or basically just kind of like chilling out, hanging out, talking about fishing. Anything goes. Just keep it positive and clean. Sam, I caught a thresher shark at Point Loma, and I ended up at the hospital. With muscle spasms. I was reeling up, and I thought I caught some kelp, and once the shark saw me, it was over. Expensive trip. Oh, jeez, crazy, dude. That sounds crazy. Yeah, those threshers are the ones with a crazy whipping tail, right? They like they whip the tail and knock out the bait, and then they kind of come back and gobble them up. So those things are fierce. It's like dangerous on both ends. Mark Gates, surf. Yes, my avatar is a pic of me holding a big BSP. Nice. Oh, nice. Okay, Sam, I was so happy to go to the hospital for that because I will live to tell the story the rest of my life. Dude, that's crazy. So it whacked your arm, or is that what happened? Did it whack your arm when it came up, or did you get bit? Oh, like a Mountaintop Flies is gonna do a fly tying live stream. Where are you gonna do it? On Instagram or on YouTube or on what is it? TikTok. Hey guys, if you guys are on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. I'm trying to figure that platform out. If you guys are on TikTok, yeah, it's kind of my call out. Let's see, Leonard, what time you going to do your live stream? Yeah, Mountaintop. What time are you doing your live stream, and on what platform? Let us know. One-handed angler in the house. What's up? A rig can only have 3 lures with hooks. Each lure can have 3 hooks per DFG regs. Okay, there you go. But that doesn't mean that you can catch a halibut on it. It just means that that's the limitations on the A rig now. Oh, that's for saltwater, right? I'm sorry, that's for freshwater, right, Darren? Because the regs are different for freshwater and saltwater. So for saltwater, I think there's no hook limit. But if you do catch a halibut, you gotta have 2 hooks or less, or 2 sets of hooks or less. Let's see, on YouTube. Okay, cool. Mountaintop Flies is gonna tie some flies live on YouTube. Let us know what time and what time zone. Dog Dude Drone. Skip my question. Did you say an LC with 3 trebles is poaching? It is now. I'm sorry to say it is now. Sorry, Dog Dude Drone. Sorry I missed your question. Yeah, so I'm not saying that you're a poacher or anything like that if you caught one, just like maybe you didn't know. But now the new regs for the halibut are 2 sets of hooks on the lure if you catch a halibut. Otherwise, if you catch it with a lure that has 3 sets of hooks, it's not a valid take. So you have to release it. Okay? And I know it's like the Lucky Crafts come with 3 trebles, and that's because they're an older design, but the regs got updated. So let's Let me actually look it up real quick to make absolutely sure I'm not lying to you guys. Okay, so keep chatting. Let me find this. Let me find this this regulation for you guys. Because why not? There's nothing else to do. California. Halibut regulations, California. It's like halibut. California halibut. California halibut. There it is. Current fishing regulations. California halibut. Okay, I think I found it. No, did I? Yeah, I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so halibut fact sheet, ocean sport fishing. Saltwater sport fishing identification flyer. I can't find it. It's in here somewhere. California Ocean Sport Fishing Regulations map. Nope. California Sport Fishing Regulations. Yes. Oh, it's a PDF. Okay, here we go. We're going to search for halibut. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Do you guys know that? Let's see. All right, here we go. Find. Sideways? What the heck's going on here? This is weird that it's sideways. Refresh this. Oh, that part is sideways. Weird. California halibut, fillet from, okay, that's filleting. There it is, halibut, California, 5, limit 5. Where is it? Let me make this bigger, guys. Halibut, California, limit 5 with water. Okay, it doesn't say anything about hooks on that one. Let's see. Season. Here it is. When angling, no more than one line with 2 hooks attached may be used. Yeah, so there it is. That's what I was kind of referring to. So it's under the Pacific halibut section. And there you go. When angling, no more than one line with 2 hooks attached may be used. So that's kind of what I was referring to, guys. Dog Dude Drone, Zach. That's the reg that I was referring to. It just got updated this year, I thought. So that's 2020, 2021. So yeah, that's why fishing it with the Lucky Craft with 3 hooks could be an issue. Okay, let's see what we have here. I'm gonna go back to see where I missed the okay, so Mountaintop Fly is gonna be doing it at 7 o'clock Pacific. Hey, that's my time zone. You're gonna be conflicting with my show. Well, that's good to know. When did it change? I switched my LC2 to 2 single inline owner hooks. Anyways, that's perfect. Yeah, so you're good. You're good. So I think it changed. Like I think they changed the. They made the I think the logic behind it was that they made. I think they closed salmon or something like that. So they wanted to make it. So they thought a lot of people would switch from salmon to halibut. So they wanted to make it harder to catch halibut. So they limited the hooks. That's what I heard was the factor for changing the hooks on the halibut. Okay, let's see. Well, how would they make money unless they cut you fish with the legal halibut you're keeping and the LC is in the mouth, right? Here's Daniel call. Let's see if I think it's Coach Worf calling in. Let me see if first caller of the night. Let me get you on the mic. Give me a second. Thank you for calling Fishy Hour. It's Roman.
What's happening, dude?
Just hanging out, trying to get these people entertained. Are you not entertained?
Just no, that regulation refers to Pacific halibut only, not California halibut.
Ooh, that's a really good observation. So that's good. Let me check.
Yeah, I was wondering, and I just went over the 2019, 2020 changes. I mentioned salmon and stuff with steelhead and anadromous waters. Mentioned some other stuff, but no changes to California halibut or Pacific halibut. So that's the regulation for Pacific halibut, which are up north. Okay, not our local halibut here.
Perfect. So we can fish for halibut with the 3 lures. With 3 hooks.
Yep.
What about A-rigs?
And the unlimited hook string still applies too. So all the double cut plugs and chain drags and all that crap that I used to use is still legal. From what I can tell from the in-season changes that they list on the main website.
So this is Pacific halibut. Isn't that the same thing though?
Yeah, that's Pacific halibut.
It's weird.
Which we don't have down here, thank God.
Oh yeah, they do make a distinction. Okay, let's look at the regulations for this, just to make it. Here we go.
Different genus.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can be taken from or possessed aboard vessels. Okay, good. Fillet, good. Okay, next. There we go. Nope. That's great.
I looked at the in-season changes. I didn't see anything that had to do with California halibut.
Perfect. Okay, cool. There we go, guys. I was spreading misinformation. My bad. So that's good. So yeah, I didn't realize they had a full-on distinction in the regs for the California and the Pacific halibut. So that's perfect.
Yeah, it's funny. The Pacific halibut is closer related to the Greenland halibut than the California halibut.
Yeah, it's got like more of a diamond shape. And we would never we wouldn't run into Pacific halibut.
As near as I know, I've never heard of one off the Southern California Bight. I don't know. There might be a record somewhere or somebody trawling one up or something.
Okay.
As near as I know, I haven't personally heard any reliable reports of Pacific halibut below, I'd say, the farthest south I've reliably heard of is Morro Bay.
Okay, cool. So we're probably good. We're probably good. Perfect.
Yeah, I really have a doubt they come any farther south than Pismo.
Okay, cool. Perfect. That's good. I'm glad you called and cleared that up. And since we have the graphic up, if realistic fishing is, if you're still on here is the barred sand bass. That's what it looks like. And here's what the kelp bass looks like. We also call it calico. There it goes, also known as calico bass. So those are the 2 other salt water bass that we have around here. Cool.
By the way, Roman, I personally laid eyes on. I did not catch the fish, but I personally laid eyes on a calico bass that was touching the 29-inch mark. I don't remember what the exact weight was, but I think it was over 14 pounds. I think it was like 14.4 or something. Jeez. Is what I want to say. That's bigger than any I've caught. I've probably caught a couple that were in the 13.5-pound range. But,
dude, that's crazy. So crazy.
Well, I fished live mackerel at night for years, so I mean, you're bound to run into some ridiculous beasts at some point.
That makes sense.
And especially where I was fishing. I mean,
nice.
Wreck Alley, the jetty ends, alligator, they all have some absolute ridiculous donkey-sized calicos that move between there.
Oh.
So.
Man. Yeah, I know. I get the same feeling that I want to go fish. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a good idea to do the show. What is your beverage of choice?
You know what?
What is your beverage of choice for the night?
I totally realize that this may be a violation, but I have every intention of going out to the Costco and Imperial and buying toilet paper on Saturday morning.
Picking up and just like fishing real quick.
Well, I mean, you're out there already. I mean,
oh, it's it's a risk. It's a risk. So, do you have any? Do you want to go over some snake stories with Coach Worf?
Oh God!
Give me, you guys. Well, hold on. Let's see. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're ready for for snake handling stories with Coach Worf.
Oh God!
That's so good.
Part of my life I never really thought I'd be reliving. I have to say.
Isn't that crazy? Is that crazy? That's good.
I mean, I was young and dumb. My hair was long back then. I still had hair back then.
Oh, nice.
Oh my, what a mess.
Rudy, welcome to the chat. I see Rudy's having a vodka and seltzer. Nice. All right, so let's talk about the snake charming life.
I got lots. I got loads of stories about
because it's kind of related to fishing, right? It's kind of related to fishing, I guess.
Well, I mean, I guess you're out there chasing wildlife around.
Yeah, it's wildlife. I like it. So, let's see. What was one of your? Let's see. Any story of your snake? What's the official title? Snake handler?
I was a snake hunter, handler, dealer, transporter. Cool. I did lots of transport for guys actually back in the day. I drove around a lot of reptiles for people. A lot.
It's also crazy to think like the type of people who own like reptiles, right? Like when. Well,
I mean, reptiles are one thing. You know, if you keep a pet alligator lizard, that's something.
Yeah.
If you keep a pet, Spudatrix, black-necked spitting cobra, that's a whole different level of.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Reptile keeping.
Yeah.
And there are people that do it, and there's of course there's labs, there's private collectors, and universities.
Oh yeah, that's right. For like research and stuff. Did you ever handle? Well, I mean, did you ever handle like alligators or like caiman or that type of creature?
You know, I almost got eaten by a crocodile one time.
Okay, take us from the top. How did you end up in the same place with the alligator? And go.
All right. So believe it or not, there's a guy, or used to be a guy, I don't know if he's still around or not, in rural Iowa that took all the pressings off the corn oil that weren't good enough to sell for corn oil.
Okay.
And he actually heated a giant building and melted snow to create humidity.
Wow.
And he had a whole process to the thing. So he could breed saltwater, freshwater, and Nile crocodiles of various kinds in a giant facility in Iowa for sale to zoos.
Wow.
Now, a crocodile isn't very smart, so basically if they can't see it, they don't care. Or sense it in the water or whatever.
If they can't what?
If they can't see it or sense it in the water where they are, they don't care.
Got it.
So this was like a huge warehouse that was heated with the waste. And I think he used like corn husks and a bunch of other crap too to heat this building during winter when it was like 30 below. So he would keep this building hot enough that even in winter, these crocodiles, he bred various crocodiles, no alligators or caimans or anything, but various crocodiles he would keep them warm even during winter by burning whatever agricultural waste there was, or whatever corn oil there was, or whatever waste ethanol there was. He had a series of burners and just tweaking all the time, and he kept the stove hotter than, I mean, it was like the jungle inside there.
Nice.
It'd be 30 below outside. You walk inside, it was steamy, hot, awful. It smelled like, the fecal material of many, many
alligators,
crocodilians.
Crocodilians. I like how all the thumbs up blew up in the chat. So good.
So sure enough, he's like, "Oh, check this out! I got a fresh batch of freshies." I'm like, "Freshies?" He goes, "Yeah, freshwater crocodiles." Okay. I guess they have freshwater and saltwater crocodiles in Southeast Asia. I didn't know that at the time. Now I'm a lot more familiar.
Yep.
So he goes, "Oh yeah, look," and they were adorable, like 20 inches.
Wow.
But there was like a 9-footer maybe. I assume it was their mom, because the mothers are territorial among crocodilians, I guess.
Yep.
Like I said, I did not know any of this at the time. You know, I was a young moron straight off the boat, so I didn't know any different. But there's like a 9-foot freshwater crocodile in there with all these babies, and she was apparently, kind of babysitting the babies.
Uh-oh.
I reached down and picked one up, and it bit my thumb. I was like, ah! So I dropped him. All of a sudden, she was charging out of the water at me, so I jumped over the low wall in between enclosures, right?
Oh, jeez.
My buddy starts freaking out. I mean, it's cuss words. They're like, "Oh, God, what are you doing?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm standing there. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He grabs me and hauls me over the wall just as a giant saltwater crocodile in the next enclosure was trying to run up and eat me.
Oh, jeez.
And he tackles me to the ground, and I look over the wall, and I see the top of her snout over the top of the wall, trying to grab my leg as it goes over. Oh my God, it scared the crap out of me. Holy hell.
How big was that one?
Probably 14, 15 feet.
Dude, that's so scary. Nice. Nice. Oh man. Ah. That's what you call jump.
The hell out of me.
That's funny. That's what you call jumping out of the pan and into the fire, right?
Yeah, I was like, "Oh crap, she's charging up here. I'm just gonna jump over this low wall right here. Right here." Yeah, man, get right in, dummy.
That's so funny. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that story with us. This is fun. It's so funny.
So stupid. Good dear Lord. Oh my. So many shenanigans and nonsense happened back when I was a snake hunter, handler, dealer, transporter. Oh my.
That's so funny.
I remember another time I was transporting some snakes for a guy, and winter was coming on, so I had to run my truck. And I had a little Ford Ranger pickup. And it was a bunch of really deadly stuff, like stuff that could outright kill you, with death adders, I want to say Russell vipers and stuff like that. Stuff that can really kill you. Yeah. I mean, really kill you. All right, don't get bit by this thing. You may well die.
Wow.
So I drove until I just couldn't drive anymore. I'm like, "Oh God, I got to pull over and sleep. I got to run the truck." So I was running the truck while I took a 3-hour nap. So I lay down across the seat and I just passed out instantly. I wake up and I realize that my arm is in the bucket.
Oh, jeez.
And I had a bunch of vipers in it. And for some reason, I took the screw lid off the bucket or something before I fell asleep, or I was trying to adjust them, making sure they didn't suffocate or something.
Right.
Oh, my God, dude. I withdrew my hand all slow. I'm like, "Oh, my God, I almost died right there."
Oh, you would dead in your sleep. That's scary.
Yeah, I would have been dead in my sleep. I wouldn't even know what happened.
Dang. So close?
Oh, my.
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad your snake charming days are over. Cheers.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad you survived.
It only takes 13 bites for me to figure it out, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, my last bite was a bite in the face by a buff adder. That's a story for another time, but this other time, so once upon a time, the guys at Miami-Dade International Airport at the cargo handling facility,
Yep.
if they received crates that weren't within the specifications of what they were supposed to receive,
Ooh, that's
they would just break. Yeah, it's totally illegal, right? But what do you do?
yeah.
Well, you just break the crate open and throw it into the swamp out in back of the airport.
Crazy.
So, you know how they have a region that's clear for the approach and takeoff of airplanes in most places?
Yep.
Well, before 9/11, we used to be able to go in and snake hunt in the approach and clearing areas around Miami-Dade International.
Wow.
So there was a huge strip of swamp out front and a huge strip of swamp out back, and you never really knew what you were going to find. I found rainbow boas, South America there, just all kinds of crap. Once upon a time, rhabdophis, pythons, whatever. Whatever they had a box that was outside of spec, they would just break it open and throw it in the swamp. Like it never existed. Oh, it never got here. Don't know where it is.
It's crazy.
So one day we're out there flipping trash. So snakes hide underneath trash because little animals and lizards and stuff hide beneath the trash.
Yep.
And other snakes. So a lot of cobras, especially, are what they call osteophagious, which is they eat other snakes.
Yeah. And they're looking for them under that
fact,
stuff.
Yeah, that's actually the basis for the king cobra's name, Osteophagius hanna, which is I'm the thing that eats every other snake.
The king.
Basically, in Latin.
Yep.
Anytime you see king in the snake world, whether it's king cobra, king rat snake, king snake, it's a snake that eats other snakes. That's a large part of its diet.
That's cool.
So hence the king part of it.
It's like in Australia and New Zealand, they call the yellowtail, they call it kingfish, right?
Yeah, it's the fish that dominates all the other fish.
That's funny. Cool. Good trivia. Good
trivia. The king swallowtail butterfly is the butterfly whose larvae is the larvae of other butterflies. Yeah, same thing. So we're out there flipping trash and we're finding all kinds of garbage. Mostly rat snakes, coral snakes, whatever's native to South Florida.
Jeez, coral snakes are dangerous too, right?
Yeah, but they're really timid and they tend not to bite people. So,
jeez. All right, go on.
I mean, if they do get a hold of you, it can really be serious, for sure.
Yep.
But my buddies, back when I was a snake hunter, we used to go along and we would just poke the coral snakes with a stick until they balled up, and then we'd throw them to the guy with the bag and throw them in the back.
Jeez.
But,
nice.
I mean, still, you have to understand that that's something that we knew to do.
Right. Like you're
if you were just out playing with a coral snake, that was not a good idea. For sure. Because they can and absolutely will kill you. But anyway, you just poke them until their head goes into the middle of the coils, and you throw them to the guy with a bag, and he throws them in the bag. But anyway, so we're out there flipping trash. And keep in mind, the hurricanes redistribute billboards all over the middle Miami area all the time. So every time a hurricane comes through, it rips all the billboards up and it throws them out in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a 4x8 sheet of plywood laying. I'm like, oh man, this has got to have a big old snake under it.
Yeah.
Like a dummy, I go get on the open end and I pry it up over my head.
Jeez.
This is against every rule a snake hunter knows.
You're like exposed, like arms up in the air. Jeez.
Yeah. You want to grab the far side with a snake hook or ripper.
Oh yeah. So it opens away from you
and pull the board to you.
Yeah.
So you can look over the side. You never grab the edge and hoist it over your head.
Yeah,
You're an idiot. Well, guess what? I'm an idiot, apparently. Forgot all the safety rules. In my mind, there's cottonmouth under there, or copperheads maybe at the worst. Whatever. So I hoist the thing over my head, and I hear the unmistakable hiss of a cobra.
Oh, jeez.
I'll do my best to imitate it here. I used to do a much better imitation back in the day, but the sound of a cobra sounds something like, all right?
Yeah, it sounds kind of like a
they
cat.
puff up and start hissing.
Jeez.
So I've got this board about 3/4 of the way up, so it's about even with my shoulders. And by the time it's reaching my eyes, I'm realizing that there is a 7-foot long spute, which is not just butatrix. looking at me in the face. So this was like a 7-8 foot long snake that was rearing all the way up. It was probably 4.5 or 5 feet off the ground. I could see the giant black band below the hood. And just as the snake started forward to release venom, I jumped back and I just dropped the board on him. I didn't have sunglasses on, nothing. I could have totally gone blind and died out in the middle of the swamp from him sitting in my face.
So, those things will target your face, right?
Yeah, they target your face for sure.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Dang.
And they're very accurate, even from like 10, 15 feet away. We're not talking 5 feet away.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Spears are nuts.
Oh, man.
But yeah, some importer had a box, and they're like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. Broke it open with an axe, threw it into the swamp.
That sucks. It's like the worst way to do.
Yeah, we'd find rhabdophis and like weird pythons and stuff out in the swamp all the time.
Crazy.
By Miami International Day, and we'd sell them all, every one down to the last.
Yeah, it's such a crazy. Crazy.
If I was better at handling cobras, that cobra would have been worth money, but
yeah, but still, it's not worth it. Yeah. It's so scary. Dang. Well, good night, guys. Everybody's gonna be dreaming of snakes.
Oh man, snakes aren't that big of a deal. If you can't outsmart an animal with a brain the size of a pea, you're pretty dumb.
Nice. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna get ready to close the show out. Thanks for calling in and entertaining us with the awesome snake stories. That's so good.
Yeah, my pleasure, Roman. Just have a fishing question for me next time, would you?
I will. I gotta come up with some fishing questions. That's good. And thanks for clearing up the halibut. It's the Pacific halibut that has a hook limit, not the California
I was wondering
halibut.
if they changed the California halibut over to the same regulations as Pacific, but it doesn't show it in the regulation change.
Looks good to me. The reason I brought it up was because somebody tagged one of my videos with that, and I was like, oh, that's right. So I went to look that up, and I freaked out. I was like, oh my god. All right, cool. No, that's good. All right, that makes sense though. Cool. Yeah. And the 3-hook is different. The 3-hook limit on an A rig is for the freshwater, right? In saltwater, there's no hook limit.
There's no hook limit in saltwater,
and we can still fish our surf. We can still fish our surf pointers with 3 hooks.
As near as I know, we can.
Okay.
I mean, I was looking for the change. I didn't see it. That doesn't mean they didn't do it.
Right. Yeah, but I don't see
the two halibut species together.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I didn't see it in the regs.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just from what I've seen, I think we're still good with 3 hooks. Or whatever you want to use.
I'm gonna actually call in tomorrow, guys, and ask directly. If I get them on the phone, I don't know how busy they are with keep people off the beach, but they should be able to answer that because that's. We can't really fish anyway, so they're probably gonna say, "Don't worry about it. You can't even fish."
Yeah, no joke. I may just have to go out to the Imperial Valley to buy toilet paper on Friday. I might have to.
Nice. Cool. All right, thanks, Coach.
Nobody's checking out there, thank God, yet, from what I've heard.
It's crazy. Still. All right, Coach, thanks for calling in.
Take care, Roman.
I'll have a better question for you tomorrow.
Don't even remember me into more snake hunting questions.
All right, good night. Thanks so much.
All right, night, man. Take care.
Thanks. All right, guys, that was Coach Worf checking in with his tip of the day, double checking that the regs are what I was saying was right. So I appreciate that, Coach. And let's get ready to wrap this thing up. I'm gonna move you guys over here. There you go. Now I'm centered. Cool. So the number is up. I'm gonna give you guys another 5 minutes to call in if you want to call in and say something, ask a question. Otherwise, we're gonna start wrapping this baby up. I had a fun show today, guys. I enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys jumped on here. I see 19 people still watching. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to do me a big favor and give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you watch the video I put out yesterday. How many of you guys saw the rock fishing video I did with Brothers Sport Fishing with Scotty? If you guys saw that already, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Or if you haven't, go check it out after this video. It's it's the latest video on my channel. It's called what do we call it? Rock Fishing San Diego, I think. Check it out. It's a fun little video. I'm going step by step through all of the everything you need to go fishing for rockfish from scratch. So rock fishing explained, and that's with Scotty. He kind of does the same thing he did for us with the yellowtail jig fishing video. We go on his boat. I ask him a bunch of questions. I cut myself out this time, so it's more easier to follow, and without me interrupting him. I cut myself out, and then I just kind of let his answers go through. And he tells us about what rig to use, what line to use, what bait to use, how to rig it up, how to do a double dropper loop, what weight to use, what it looks like on your sonar when you're fishing, and what to look for, like for hard bottom with a little bump, a ridge, or like a high spot, and what the fish look like above that on the sonar. So we did video of all that stuff. We put it in this last edit, and it's a good place for you guys to figure out how to read your sonar and look for rockfish when they do open this thing up. So hopefully soon. All right, guys. So check that video out next. It's in the channel. I hope you enjoy it. Let's close this baby out. Let me put this back to no number and kick off the sound. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I always enjoy it. It's fun for me to actually communicate with you guys and be able to talk to other grown-ups. I'm stuck at home with my kids. If you guys want to call in tomorrow. Show starts at 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Not happy hour, but fishy hour. It's still happy though. Favorite drink? An hour of hanging out, maybe more, and talking about fishing, having fun. And I see everybody in the chat. Thanks, everyone. Have a safe night. Don't go out if you don't have to. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna let the song finish playing out, and then I'm gonna end the live stream. So cheers. Be safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. And fishy dreams. Like the guys on the news that like pack up all their papers when the show's over, they go like this. Woo! Good night, guys.